Donald Trump has been known to surround himself with outright villains like Roy Cohn, the likes of folks like Jeffrey Epstein, and of course, the notorious Alex Jones.
Chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay!
Ever since the victims of Sandy Hook took Alex Jones for everything he has, including apparently his subcutaneous fat, Alex has been desperately trying to get back into the limelight ever since he's fallen from grace. And what does a grifter do when they're down to their last penny? Well, they grift. This time he's aiming high and getting smacked right back down by the world leaders of 3 European countries. Marcon from France, Starmer from England, and Merz from Germany met in Poland. And while the meeting went off without a hitch, there was one thing that caught the eye of far-right loons everywhere. This napkin right here. Folks, in the face of chaos and uncertainty, we like to have fun here sometimes, so let's all collectively point and laugh at one of MAGA's greatest warriors while he's already down, shall we? If you enjoy these kinds of videos mixed in with breaking news, consider subscribing to Really American. We're the kind of independent media that MAGA hates. Thank you to all who have joined already. I'm not going to subject you all to too much Alex Jones here because I think his voice might be lethal to your neurons if you're too overexposed to it, but I think it's hilarious that he's seriously trying to convince his brain-dead audience that this napkin was actually something very, very different.
Something incredible happened today. Marcon, Starmer, and Merz were doing a train tour of Ukraine, trying to drum up support to keep the war going. And the press gets invited into their train car, and suddenly they look around and start moving things quickly, furtively trying to hide them. And when you zoom in, it looks like a little cocaine spoon, a little paper of cocaine. And all of them look like they're lit up like Christmas trees. But regardless of what you think happened there, whether they were hiding cocaine or something else, or maybe just cleaning some trash up real quickly, it's the media, the corporate media response that's really revealing. I just reposted the video 4 or 5 hours ago. It's already got like 8 million views.
I guess he had to sell the zoom feature on his computer too. That's how broke he is now, because if you look for longer than 2 seconds, you can clearly see that that was a napkin. Marcon moves the napkin so that a dirty, wadded up napkin isn't in the pictures that they're clearly taking. Now, usually, stuff like this wouldn't matter, but this idiot Alex Jones has the ear of folks like RFK Jr., partly responsible for getting him on methylene blue, which Alex Jones is trying to hawk at the end of this very segment. Of course, these maggots are just eating up the crap he's squeezing out, posting stuff like these AI images from somebody called Grift Report, aptly named, that has world leaders with various Coke-related items doing various Coke-related activities. But even AI knows that this is a lie. Grok, Elon's AI on Twitter, debunked Jones almost immediately, which didn't go over well with him. The video claiming Marcon, Starmer, and Merz were involved in a cocaine scandal during the Kyiv trip is not real. Fact checks showed the alleged cocaine was a tissue, and the spoon was a stir. These claims, spread by conspiracy accounts, are misinformation. Similarly, allegations about Zelensky's drug use are false, debunked by Reuters. The leaders are on a diplomatic mission to support Ukraine, with no evidence of any scandal. To which Alex Jones bitterly responded, "I love how Reuters was caught being paid hundreds of millions of dollars by the Biden administration to spread lies about Elon Musk, is now used by Grok as the source to discredit anyone exposing the Zelensky regime." These guys love to kick and scream when their little AI toy doesn't spit out the same kind of dribble that they're used to. Marcon was the first one to slap down Jones for this obvious, ridiculous attempt at a hoax. I mean, this is worse than when Mexico unveiled that alien a couple of years ago. Here's the article from France 24. France condemns fake news over Europe leaders' cocaine accusation. Blatant hoaxes. Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot accused Russia of being desperate to prevent peace in Ukraine. "You are now propagating blatant hoaxes. This is irresponsible and lame." That is the best way to describe Alex Jones. Now, I couldn't find any direct evidence that Alex is taking money from Russia. He could just be that much of a moron. But given that we found out Tim Pool was taking money from Russia, allegedly without knowing it, I wouldn't be surprised if Alex Jones was also funded by the Kremlin. I would say that this whole hoax isn't going anywhere, but seeing as Trump thought that Kilmar Abrego Garcia literally had the symbols MS-13 tattooed on his hand after seeing this image, where it's very clear that MS-13 is superimposed on top of his hand. But seeing as that's what Trump believed when he saw that photo, there is a non-zero chance that we'll be hearing about this soon in the Oval Office. I'm Tony Hinderman with Really American, and I'll catch you next time.